Welcome everyone to the Jiggy and Joe show. What is up? I'm Joe.
I'm Max, and we're going to recap week 3 of the NFL season. But
First
first,
reactions. First reactions. What overall did you think of week 3? What's a word that comes to mind when you
uh,
think of week 3?
upsets.
Upsets. You know what I think? I think blowouts. Lots of high scoring
Blowouts.
games
Yep.
and lots of like the winning team winning by multiple touchdowns. That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Dolphins. Dude, I don't think I've ever seen a team put up 70 before.
Well, I mean, you're right. That a team, I think the last time a team put up 70 plus points was in 1950s, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, it was definitely around there. It was
Pretty
definitely
sure.
that was nuts.
That was
Put
insane.
70 on an NFL team on grown men.
I was I was watching Red Zone and you would literally just keep posting the Dolphins in the second half. Like it was literally insane. And the thing was the Denver, it was like a 1 or 2 score game by halftime. So
Yeah.
it wasn't too bad. It just like the second half, it just got way out of hand.
How did we do on the bets this weekend?
I looked at the video from last week and I actually thought we did pretty decent. I think we hit on a lot of the player prop bets. Some things that come to mind. The Brian Robinson over rushing yards hit, I'm pretty sure. Some
That
things that
did
we
hit.
didn't get right was the Tony Pollard touchdown and Dallas winning, obviously. That
Yeah,
was an
and
upset.
I also had Falcons money line, and they did not look as good as they have the past couple weeks. Um, the Lions, I think, are just dude. Their defense is insane.
That
Aiden
was a
and
surprising game.
Aiden Hutchinson and Brian Branch are
Yeah.
the real deal. Like the Lions have drafted really well. They've surrounded it with veteran pieces. And I thought the Falcons would win this game because of the loss of CJ Gardner-Johnson, the leader on that defense, but couldn't have been more wrong. Could not have been more wrong. That
But
line
it's
was
just
just fine without him. You didn't
yeah.
even notice he was gone.
It was honestly a good bet though because Atlanta was trending upward, and you had Bijan Robinson, but for some reason they weren't giving him the ball
Yeah,
barely.
yeah.
I don't know why. Like, why not? You have your best
I think they were
playmaker.
playing
Why
from
won't?
behind most of the game, so they were had to throw it.
Yeah, but he's a receiving threat too.
Yeah, they should have gotten him involved
The offense for
yeah,
sure.
in more of the offense. So one of my tweets made it on McAfee yesterday
Yeah, bro.
for
You
Overreaction
FaceTime
Monday.
me, huh?
For Overreaction Monday, the Pat McAfee
Yeah.
has a segment of overreaction tweets from sports fans to air it out about their team from the previous day, and they picked like the best like 4 or 5 to put on the show every Monday. And I was one of them, and I was shocked when I was like that was so surreal, bro. I love them so much. I've been watching them for years. Like they're part of my day every single day, and like that was surreal to be on the show.
Yeah, that's awesome to show
My team
like
on the
your
show.
idol
Yeah, that
showing
was
your
that was
tweet.
nuts. I love I love their squad so much.
Yeah. Do you want to read off the tweet or do you want to
Yeah,
show
yeah,
the
yeah. I'm
tweet
gonna try
again?
to pull it up real quick. I'm
Yeah,
gonna try
yeah, yeah.
to
So like
share.
that was like more at the end of the show too. If you want to look at it, I'm pretty sure I looked at it and it was I think like 3 hours in or something. So just
So
if
you
anyone
got
wants to see
this?
it,
Can you see this?
yeah, somewhat, yeah. So let's
All
just talk
right.
about the topic at hand
Yeah.
because
So the Jets ended up losing to the New England Patriots on Sunday, and that took all of the wind out of the fan base's sails. I think, right? I
yeah,
think
for
I'm
sure.
accurate with that.
Yeah,
Um, the offense was disgusting. From play calling to quarterback play to offensive line play to the running game. Um, it was just an all around disaster. And I know they're trying to figure out an identity around Zach Wilson, but I mean, I, when he had time, he wasn't making the right reads, and he was so focused on the protection issues
hmm
that once his eyes went down to the protection, the play was over. And then when he didn't have time, he saw the open receiver and tried to make a throw, or like it was just. And but the one thing
It's just like a cycle of failure. You have a bad quarterback, first of all,
yeah,
but the plays that he does do, try to show improvement on, you got bad play calling.
yeah.
And to top all of that, you got a bad O-line play. So it's like you got a bad quarterback, bad O-line play, and bad offensive coordinator plays.
I don't know
So
if you saw this, but Aaron Rodgers was on McAfee today.
yeah, I did
He
see
was
that.
talking about he was. Did you see the clip where he was talking about like the fan base and the arguments on the sideline? Michael Carter, Garrett Wilson got into it with the coach too.
Yeah.
It was Aaron Rodgers said he didn't like that, and he said they have to be better competitors, and they have to stick together through this rut that
You
the
know what
whole
I
the
feel?
team is in.
I just feel they just kind of missed their leader, and the fact that they're losing kind of reminds me of last year. Like they've almost given up. Like like after the Elijah Moore trauma happened, and they just started losing, and then just lost motivation. These people are winners. They want to win. They're putting their bodies on the line. Of course, you can get frustrated to the coaches, whatever. It's all out of habit. I feel they're winning players. They want to win.
So my overreaction tweet to the Pat McAfee show was the Jets season is over. The Wilson Hackett arranged marriage needs counseling, and there are players ready to fight coaches on the sideline and dentures on the ground at MetLife. When this team wins 6 games this year, Salah's out.
Right. And you
So
misspelled out
no, that was like the
the
Pittsburgh
lingo.
Yinzer.
Uh
Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you try to get that. How
Um,
funny did you think is that guy's dentures falling out? That was
exactly.
that's
I
just the
saw a meme
epitome of
like
being a
Zach
Jets
Wilson
fan.
is so bad. This guy's teeth is falling out.
Yeah. That's just the epitome. That's
Yeah.
just the picture you see as a Jets fan. That's literally what it is.
Um.
I hope that's not me when I'm older.
Um. Do I think this team's gonna win 6 or 7 games? I do.
Really?
But
Okay.
but will
Looking at
Salah be out after this year? I don't think so because Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. That was obviously an overreaction tweet. And
yeah,
Aaron Rodgers came in because he likes Salah and the coaching staff, and he's gonna want another year next year when he's healthy again to go through the year. But next year, if it doesn't work out again, and there's something off with the dynamic of the team, then I think it's gonna be time to make a change after next year. But we're in this year right now,
Max.
and I don't think this is Salah's last year.
Yeah. You mentioned the Jets getting 6 or 7 wins.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the schedule. Do you notice like any visible, like guaranteed wins on the schedule that could possibly happen?
Well, the next winnable game is the Broncos,
Oh yeah, for sure.
week 5. So if
That
you
was a game
lose to
circled on the
if you
calendar.
if you lose to Mister Unlimited and Sean Payton it's this guy is this our whole world is crashing down.
Especially the talk, with Sean Payton talking trash at the beginning of the season,
Yeah,
to Nathaniel Hackett, you have to do something about it.
yeah.
And you can't lose to the Broncos that just got lost by
No,
50
no,
points. You
you
can't do
you
that.
you no, you can't. And it's
No matter
disappointing.
how good the Dolphins are, you can't lose to the Broncos.
Yeah. What about
Right.
you? What's your winnable game that you see? Do you agree with
Next winnable game,
Broncos?
or
Yeah.
just like any winnable games? Because I feel the Broncos is also a winnable
I
game.
a part of me is a part by Saturday, I will think the Jets are beating the Chiefs.
Yeah,
By
I just
Saturday, I will be all the way back in. Okay.
yeah.
By Saturday, I will think Super Bowl again. Like
But Max, you know what the problem is?
they're wearing their '80s throwback uniforms on Sunday night.
Yeah,
I will be in the building so they can please do not lose this game or get
please.
blown out, please.
But Max,
Yeah.
there's a problem on Sunday. Uh, there's a option, or there's a chance that Taylor Swift attends this game, meaning that Taylor Swift fans are all going to be at the game. So I feel like that's going to throw off the dynamic of the game.
It's gonna
And
be a dogfight with the Swifties and the Jets fans that try to get tickets.
I know. See, that's gonna be the problem. I was looking at tickets like this week, and I was like, I don't know if I should get it last
Yeah,
minute because then it's all gonna be sold out by Swifties. That's all I'm saying.
yeah.
So I don't know if it's gonna throw off the dynamic. Like it's gonna be weird this upcoming Sunday. That's what I feel.
Um,
But as stated before, any winnable games coming up, maybe the Jets Giants, that's gonna be, I don't
it's
know.
gonna be a
That's gonna
tough
be
game.
something.
That's gonna be a rough game. It's gonna be a low scoring game.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm really disappointed with whoever's team is at right now, and I don't see them getting back on track this week against the Chiefs, who just demolished
It's
the
just
Chicago Bears.
unfortunate that we're getting all this terrible hard schedule with coming with this team right now.
Yeah,
Like I feel if we didn't have Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if we would have had this kind of schedule, in my opinion. Like if we had Zach Wilson and like
turn your camera a little this way because you have like weird lighting. Yeah, that should be a little
got
bit
that.
better. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's
Sorry,
right on
it's
your
the
now it's right on your traps. Of
what do you want me
course,
to like
of
raise the
course
camera?
of course you wore that shirt.
Bro, I never wore this shirt on the podcast. This just happened once. But you get the point. But anyway, this upcoming Chiefs game, what's your prediction?
I don't want to put it into the atmosphere or the universe.
Okay, that's fine.
I
But
think we both
I
know what's going to
see
happen.
what you're going with on this one.
I think we both know what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's
We're gonna be. I think we're going to be needing to win a game in Denver, like
yeah,
more than we need to win this Patriots game. We're gonna be needing to win that game in Denver.
and it's in Denver too, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is gonna be
It's gonna
something,
be it's
you
gonna be
know.
tough. It's gonna be tough, but it's again, like Aaron said today, the fan base has to rally around this team. The guys have to stick together. There can't be any finger pointing because once there's finger pointing, the team is broken. Once
Mhm.
there's finger pointing, the team is broken. So this team has to be able to stick together and put up some kind of response on Sunday night.
Question: do you think Zach Wilson, if he has another game like the Patriots, do you think he gets benched at halftime, or do you think he gets
No,
benched eventually at all? Like when would you think he would get replaced at all?
no,
He's not getting replaced.
no,
I don't think so either.
no. They're not benching him again. They can't.
You know, newly signed
Who are
Trevor.
you gonna put in?
I know.
Everyone's asking for Zach Wilson to be benched, but just think about who you're going to be replacing him with: Tim Boyle or Trevor Siemian, who they just signed today to the practice squad.
Ugh, that stressed me out.
Like
Trevor
there's
Siemian
like
signing.
Zach Wilson when he is when everything is clicking on offense, he's making beautiful throws. We've seen him this season make great throws. He had one drive the entire game where he looked like a decent NFL quarterback,
We need more than that.
or like a quarterback that can play at this level. And that was a touchdown drive. It was like 8 plays or something, 6 to 8 plays. I forget the exact number.
I get that.
But he threw a dart right to the Allen Lazard in between cover two. Like not many quarterbacks can make that throw.
So why don't they do that more often though?
Dak didn't
Why
turn the
don't
ball over. He didn't turn the ball over, except he did take a sack in the end zone. I mean, up for a safety, but other
he
than
only
that,
had 2
he
seconds in
didn't
the
bump. He
pocket
didn't.
though?
He didn't. He did a good job of holding on to the ball.
That was, oh my God, that was like a nail in the coffin right there. That safety.
I mean, they had another shot. They had a shot with like
The
a
fact
minute
that
30.
the fact that the defense gave Zach Wilson 3 tries to win this game just blows my mind how we did not win this game.
They had a
And
shot. They had 2 shots where they really could have went down and taken the and
this reminded me of
touchdown taken the lead.
the punt return touchdown last year with Zach Wilson. This reminded me of that game. Remember that game?
Yeah, it was a bad game.
That was probably one of the most stressful games I've ever watched as a Jets fan. This kind of is similar with that.
Do you think the Jets will respond this weekend? Do you think this offense? Do you think Nathaniel Hackett will be able to put together a better game plan this week that is centered around Zach Wilson's strengths?
I sure hope so because right now they're kind of on the hot seat. They got to do something right now. They can't go into MetLife Stadium with the same mentality, the same like scheme as they did against the Patriots. They cannot be conservative. They can't because look what happened last time. Punt, 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 punt every single time. You can't do that against the Chiefs. One
Yeah,
mistake can cost them.
there was one clip where they had 7 men in protection, and no, was it a 7-man protection? The clip I sent you today, what they had 4 offensive linemen, 2 tight ends, so 6. I think they had it was 6, and with the
Mhm.
running back coming out of the backfield to chip, but then he went out for a check down. But so let's just say they had 7 men in protection. They had two receivers running a route. You had a busted coverage down the sideline with Garrett Wilson doing a streak, and if Zach Wilson sees that, that's a touchdown, and he didn't see it. He didn't see it.
I remember that. And there was a crossing route with Garrett Wilson as well. And I feel like he could have easily just dumped it off to him and easily got a first down, but he saw it too late and then he threw it
He
late.
had
And then
time.
that's
Zach
that's
Wilson
what
had
happened.
time when they had 7 men in protection. Zach Wilson had time and panicked.
Yeah.
Look,
That's
we
the
need
thing.
we need we need better quarterback play from Zach. We need better offensive line play because this offensive line is atrocious.
You know what I feel? I
There's
just
no push in the
feel,
run game.
yeah.
You got Joe Tipton getting run over. And now he's got to face Chris Jones. So what's going to happen? Like this Chiefs defensive line is going to eat.
I mean, he played a pretty bad game, but I was looking at some tape on him. He didn't play the worst game he could have had. Him, Mackay, and AVT played better than the other Lakin and Connor
They did have
McGovern.
some good reps. They had some good reps.
Yeah.
It's some good reps. But when they were but the problem was when they were having the good reps, Zach wasn't producing, and so that they all need they need to all come together, and everything needs to be flowing at one time because it's not everything's flowing at different times, and everyone's off the same page.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to be
Oh,
on the same page.
do you think if Aaron was in this lineup, obviously we would have won against the Patriots, but like you think we would have had a shot with the Chiefs if Aaron played with this O line play and the offensive scheme?
I think we would have won a couple more games.
You know what I feel?
We would have been at least 2-1.
Yeah.
Like I think we would have won a couple games.
I think we would at least be 2-1, at least.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
we would have
I
beaten the
agree. 2 and
Cowboys,
1.
but I think we would have easily beat the Patriots and the Bills.
Yeah, I
Um,
don't think it would have made a difference against Micah Parsons and that Dallas defensive line in that game. But with a different scheme that Nathaniel Hackett had for Aaron and Aaron's quick
yeah,
release.
see, that's the thing. You got it. You got
Don't
an
know.
offense tailor made for Aaron.
Yeah,
So and then you bring Zach Wilson and cold turkey.
yeah,
Obviously, right now there's no excuse. Right now, you have to do something with Zach. You have to game plan with him with his strengths,
yeah.
and they're not doing that. It just stresses me out. It's terrible.
Right.
And
So
I
aside
just
from the
my only hope is the players don't give up on him and start
yeah.
playing obviously like unmotivated.
Well, one player who's looking unmotivated is Dalvin Cook. Like he looks at like he wants to be anywhere else except with the Jets.
And that translates with his gameplay, as you could see.
Yep. So anyway, let's move aside from the Jets for a second. Let's get to our week 3 recap.
Yeah.
I want to talk about college football for a second too, before we get to
Right.
that. Notre Dame, Ohio State. You live bet Notre Dame in the first quarter.
Well, okay. Here's my thought process.
It was a jinx. And then so
It's not
come
a
forward
jinx.
on that last drive to win the game, where Notre Dame had 10 guys on the field. They took a timeout, and then they had 10 guys on the field again. And then Ohio State scores a game-winning touchdown with no time remaining. So Kyle McCord made some great throws on that drive. He converted a couple 3rd and longs. Notre Dame was playing a soft defense. Kyle McCord was able to find his open receivers, and he drove right down the field. We were watching that game together, and we were both saying that it's inevitable that this team loses this game.
I even said it on the 3rd and 19. I was like,
Brutal.
he's gonna get it. He's gonna get the first down. I already knew it.
It was dude. Once they got in the red zone, we both knew that this game was going to wrap up very soon. Like,
It's just the way that it ended really crushed me.
the way this game ended was just was just pain and suffering. And then you had what happened with the Jets the next day, which was just the icing on the cake. And then Colorado, Oregon. Colorado was talking so much shit pregame, and we didn't know about that, but that came out today. Those clips came out today, and they were stomping on the Oregon logo.
Well, I seen that game day. I saw that happen.
No, like the clips of Shiloh, like mouthing at, like saying, I'm gonna beat you up and your coach, like that kind of thing. So it's like the things that Colorado used the first 2 weeks as motivation for teams talking shit to them, Oregon used this week when Colorado was talking shit. So Colorado's got to tone it down a little bit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right, they got humbled, and they got the. Let's see how they respond this week against USC.
And what a perfect all-around game from Oregon. Bo Nix looked amazing. I'm pretty sure he had 3 or 4 touchdown passes, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Bo Nix.
That was probably one of his best
for him
games.
to win the Heisman down in Oregon.
Yeah. That and the coach looked really motivated too, probably after the talking and everything.
Oh yeah. Oh, he had the boys fired up in the locker room before.
Yeah. So props to Oregon. I'll give you that. You got the win. Now we're moving on.
Do you have any more games from the week 3 NFL slate that you want to talk about or that caught your eye before we get out of here?
One thing I really liked how Cincinnati responded from yesterday.
Yep.
I liked Joe Burrow didn't have the best game, but he pulled it out. But this is just showing that his injuries is kind of handicapping him from going at his best. But I think the Cincinnati Bengals will be back at some point once Joe Burrow does something. But the defense, man, what a game from the defense.
Yeah.
That was great. I think it was 6+ sacks. Oh my!
The offensive game plan had Joe just take his like 3 to 5 step drop and no moving at all. He didn't move outside the tackles. He was just sitting in the pocket waiting for his receivers to get open all game long. And I think the Rams should have brought more pressure at Joe because he couldn't move as much.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they should have blitzed him and turned up the heat more, because he was literally just like the Statue of Liberty, just standing there all game. We just picking people out, whoever he wanted. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, whoever he wanted. He was just dicing. And the first half was very boring. It was like 6-6, defensive battle.
They just couldn't get any points on the board.
The Rams defense looked very good. And then the second half, it was just the Rams defense got gassed and Joe Burrow was just picking them apart. And the Rams and the Bengals defense was just feeding on their home crowd, and they seemed to get stronger as the game went on. And they also won the turnover battle. There was a couple unlucky interceptions from Matthew Stafford. And so they showed a clip of Sean McVay on the sideline saying, like, how did some of these picks happen? Some of them were very unlucky. And a couple of them were batted down at the line of scrimmage, and they just like deflected right past Puka Nacua. One of them deflected right past Puka Nacua into the arms of Logan Wilson. So it was just a for Rams bettors, it was just a brutal second half to watch.
Well, I bet Los Angeles plus 3.5, so that did hit. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure the line was plus 3.5. So if you bet the spread, there you go. You won, just barely, but you won.
So
so
we have another show coming on Thursday.
Yeah.
This one's gonna be a little shorter than usual, but another show on Thursday. We're gonna look ahead at the Week 4 NFL slate.
Mm-hmm.
And who knows what kind of news we're gonna get between now and Thursday. But thank you guys for watching this episode. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and Joe, anything else?
Just look forward for my Jiggy and Joe cash flow picks. It will be on Twitter, and then along with this Thursday show. So,
and we'll also be shooting the Jiggy and Joe cash flow picks on Thursday.
Yep,
on the show.
Exactly.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you.
See you guys on Thursday. Peace.